Andrew, don't be such a baby. Beginnings are so hard. Good afternoon, y'all. Today we have a bit of a project. I came in the bathroom to do some recalking, an ordinarily very boring task, and then I noticed something. So then I started investigating, and then we just end up with a mess. Let me show you. I came in our guest bathroom today to run a bead of caulk along the tub line because I noticed that there was none there. And then while I was down there investigating, I found a soft spot. And when I peeled back the laminate, I found this. The subfloor has completely rotted away. The thing about homesteading is it's not just about raising your own vegetables and animals to eat. It's also about self-sufficiency. And with that in mind, we're going to repair this ourselves. It's not outside of my wheelhouse. I, for years, worked as an apartment maintenance tech, so it's not the first time I've replaced a subfloor. Although it is the first time in a long time that I've done something like this, so this should be fun. Alright, so here's my plan. First I'm going to take my jig and I'm going to cut a little test hole to make sure I know exactly how deep to set my jig, and then I'm going to cut this subflooring out. So you might ask yourself, why take the extra step of cutting out that exploratory hole? Aren't all subfloors supposed to be standard? Well, in my experience, no. You never know. So it's always better to take a couple extra minutes to make sure than to accidentally cut through a joist or the toilet drain and make more work for yourself later. Measure twice, cut once, something like that. Looks like we've got about a healthy inch there. I'm going to go a little short just to play it safe. And the real problem is going to be, can't really tell if the subfloor goes under the tub or not. Of course, I'm sure it does, which means I might have to actually go under the house to cut that piece out. Luckily, we are on a raised foundation because we're in a floodplain. So other than being a little claustrophobic, at least it's accessible. Although I really don't look forward to doing that. Okay, just finished cutting out the floor. It went about as well as you'd expect cutting a floor out. It actually was, the floor was actually 2 layers, and I think that was part of the problem. It made it a 5/4 floor as opposed to what I was expecting to be like 3/4, maybe an inch at most. The real problem is the subflooring that they use with OSB. And if you're not familiar with what OSB is, it's literally just flakes of wood glued together. Generally not used in environments where there would be moisture, such as a bathroom. Not unheard of, but not the best choice, because when it gets wet, see if you can see that there, when it gets wet, it starts to delaminate and rot, and you end up with this problem. So what they did on top of that to cover it is put this thin ply, and as you can see right here, that mold and the water, just from years of use, snuck in, rotted it out. Now this thin board, the stuff that was really water damaged, just deteriorated into dust. There was no structure left to it. The other thing that wasn't done is there was never any caulking put around the lip of the tub. Even with shower curtains and whatnot, you'll get the occasional drip that runs down, especially on the faucet side, where people tend to get in and out and open and close the door a lot. And with no caulking, just quarter round placed down, water had very easy access. So this issue's probably been going on since this house was built back in 2004, and first occupied in 2005. So this is a 15 years worth of damage that I'm dealing with right now. Now I have to do something I really didn't want to do, but I guess it's unavoidable at this point. I actually have to go under the house. It's only about 3 feet, and I'm big. It's a very small place. Not looking forward to it. I actually have to brace the joists. There's a section that I could not cut all the way to the next joist over because it's under a wall. So I'm going to have part of the subfloor hanging if I don't do something to support it. Now, it's not in a place that someone would normally walk. It's right next to the corner of the tub, and if anybody stepped in there, I don't know, they're weird. I'm actually going to go underneath and brace it. It'll make me feel better, just in case somebody does take a misstep. And it's really more for peace of mind than anything else. Everything else goes to the floor joists, so I'll just screw directly into that. Once that's done, we'll have the subfloor installed, and it's on to figuring out what we're going to put on top of it. You know what? Might not have to go under at all. Yeah! Andrew, don't be such a baby. I tell you, I'm not one of those people that's afraid of the dark. I really don't like enclosed spaces. But man, the thought of like mice, just, ugh, well, mice and rats crawling on me, just, yeah, no. No thank you. Nice. That part I thought was going to be way harder than it actually was. Let's see if it'll hold me. Not bad. I never trust a project that goes too smoothly, you know? Like, there has to be some type of problem, or something along the way to make you feel like you've actually earned it. That was way too smooth. So now I'm going to make an attempt to fix this installation, and hopefully I hopefully I don't have to go under the house. I really don't want to go under the house. It's so bad under there. So the insulation is basically falling apart from the water damage. I can't fix it from up top. I'm going to have to go underneath here soon and reconnect it. But I went outside and I cut a new piece of subflooring, one that's been treated and that's designed for the bathroom. It's designed for wet areas. It's not quite marine board. And I cut it down to the approximate size. The hole's not perfectly square. I tried my best, but you know, it's not going to be perfectly square. So we'll see what modifications I might have to make when I put it in here. So far, not so good. Measure twice, cut once. Measure twice. Now I've cut twice. So it should be extra good, right? Okay. So finally got the piece in. Not a perfect fit, but it wasn't a perfect hole. And there's the subfloor in. Fit pretty good. You can see there's a couple of gaps where it wasn't quite square when I cut it out. Now we got to figure out what we're going to put on top of it. That is going to be it for today. I've been working on this thing since 8:30 in the morning. It's now 5:30 at night. I've had about enough. I'm sweaty. I'm disgusting. And it's time to call it quits and eat some dinner. Thanks for watching. We'll see you in the next video.